Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with yet another employability skill, which is the entrepreneurial skill. Just a revision of what we had studied in Standard 9th. We had learnt about the different types of businesses like the manufacturing business, the services business, the trading business and the hybrid business. We had also looked at the businesses on their legal forms like for example the sole proprietorship, partnership business and the joint stock company. We had also started understanding who was an entrepreneur and what were the different types of entrepreneurs. If you remember right, I'll just revise with you. We had learned about the innovative entrepreneur who innovates and makes products, new products and services. The second type of entrepreneur was an imitative entrepreneur who will create already existing goods. He will just duplicate or produce already existing goods in another name. The next one was called as a Fabian entrepreneur who will not make any changes to his business or make any new products unless and until he is incurring a loss. If he is about to incur any loss, he will make changes to his business policies and make new products. And the last one was the drone entrepreneur who, irrespective of making any type of losses to his business, will always stick to his traditional ways of working rather than moving on to any new type of business. So these were some of the highlights of whatever we had studied in Standard 9th. Now going on to this year, we are going to learn something more about entrepreneur. Now, who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur are people who notice an opportunity and take the initiative to mobilize their resources to make some new goods and services. So whenever an entrepreneur is a person who recognizes that there is a particular business activity which can be done, and looking at that opportunity, he will plunge into that business and make profits. So in the process, he starts making a new product or a new service available to the customer. So such a person is called as an entrepreneur. Let us now look at some of the qualities of an entrepreneur. The very first important quality of an entrepreneur is his confidence. The confidence that a person has in his product or in the business idea that he has undertaken, that is the most important quality of an entrepreneur. This confidence can help going in a long way to make his business successful. Next is independence. The independence, the way he conducts his business in an independent manner, the way he does independent thinking is very important for the growth of his business. Perseverance is yet another quality which is very important. Perseverance means a business enterprise need not be successful at the very first instant, but whenever there are downfalls in his business, an entrepreneur should be continuously perseverant with his activity, and he should not be discouraged at any given point of time. So perseverance is a very important factor of the success. Next is open-mindedness. Open-mindedness means a person should be open to all sorts of ideas and opinions, feedbacks and even criticisms about his business from people. A person who is an open-minded person only will be able to grow his business when he gets a lot of inputs and other opinions and even directions or even feedbacks from other people, and he incorporates the best of it into his business. Risk-taking ability is yet another important skill and yet another important quality of an entrepreneur. Whenever a person starts a business, he may not be sure whether that business would be successful or whether it would go into losses. So that a person who is ready to take such a risk with his investment, only such people would be able to be good entrepreneurs. A very important quality of an entrepreneur is managerial skills. An entrepreneur is the person who is responsible for his business, so he has to be very particular about how he manages his business. He has to look after his staff, the creditors, the bank officials. He has to deal with the government officials, and many people he has to manage along the as and when he is moving on with his business. So he has to have very good managerial skills. Patience is another quality that an entrepreneur should possess. being patient with the staff, with the people who are dealing with him, or even being patient with the way his business is going. He cannot be in a hurry to do things. He has to be completely patient with understanding how the business is growing. Slowly and steadily it will keep on growing. So over the years it will grow into a successful business only and only if he has the patience to go through it slowly. Hardworking. An entrepreneur should be extremely hardworking. He cannot say that I will work only from 9 to 5 or I will take breaks on Saturday and Sunday. At times it could be possible that an entrepreneur should, in the initial stages at least of setting up his business, he would have to work for hours together without taking any breaks or holidays. He should be extremely hardworking person. A lazy person or somebody who is very relaxed attitude cannot run a business firm. Next important factor is the financial literacy. A person should be completely aware of the finances of his business. He should know how much is the income, what are the expenses, where is the money coming in from, where is it going, what are the financial aspects of his business should be completely known to him. He should have the financial literacy of knowing what are the books of accounts, who are the accountants, what is happening in his finances, or what is the money, where is the money in the business, what is happening to it. He should be having a complete knowledge of the financial aspects of his business. And last but not the least, the most important, he should be aware of the products that he is the knowledge of complete knowledge of the product, the competitors products, the market conditions, what is the market, what are the demand, what is the supply, all this important market information and products. He should be very aware of it. So in a nutshell, we can say that an entrepreneur who sets up his own business should be a very innovative person. He should have leadership skills. He should have risk-taking abilities, a good managerial skill, and a vision for his company for the future. Let us now understand what is entrepreneurial skill development. Entrepreneurial development is the process of strengthening the skills and knowledge of existing or budding entrepreneurs. So whoever are the new or budding or existing entrepreneurs, the skill of developing their skills is the process of entrepreneurial development. Now, it means providing the structured training and institutional building programs to empower them to run their business effectively and efficiently. So, if an entrepreneurial skill development means developing all the skills necessary for a new entrepreneur or an existing entrepreneur to run his business very effectively and very efficiently to earn profits and make that business very successful. Some of the objectives of entrepreneurial management are to assist these entrepreneurs to undergo the process of entrepreneurship. See, entrepreneurship is actually a complete process of starting the business and getting it to a successful position. So, assisting an entrepreneur is the most important objective of this type of management. Hand-holding budding entrepreneurs to recognize and design unique business opportunities. See, nowadays lots of new budding entrepreneurs are coming up who come up with very innovative ideas which are completely new to the market. So hand holding these entrepreneurs and helping them to design unique business opportunities is a very important objective of entrepreneurial management. Next is providing financial assistance, infrastructural assistance, and all the assistance needed for them to start the business or run the business effectively. So this is a very important objective of entrepreneurial management, that is providing the necessary assistance to these entrepreneurs. Training the entrepreneurs to develop new skills and knowledge for running the business is another important aspect, that is training the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur sometimes needs to be trained in gaining the required entrepreneurial skills. So this is also another important objective of entrepreneurial management. Developing motivational needs. Sometimes the entrepreneurs need to be motivated to manage the new business. They may get, at times they may need that real motivation or encouragement to start the business and to run the business. So giving support to the entrepreneurs to make their business plan grow effectively is another important objective of entrepreneurial management, that is motivating and supporting these entrepreneurs. Now let us understand what are the different phases of entrepreneurial development. That is, an entrepreneur does, or an entrepreneurship business does not just start from just comes up in one point. It has to go follow a slowly phase by phase development. So let us look at the phase by phase development of an entrepreneurship. The first phase is called as the stimulatory phase. In this phase involves generating interest and awareness among potential entrepreneurs. It includes activities which stimulates an individual's needs, interest and motivations to bring on being an entrepreneur. So sometimes you need to stimulate or generate an interest in people to start an entrepreneurship. You may get the idea, they may have a good business opportunity in front of them, but they may not know what to do with it. So developing an interest or stimulating an interest in a person who can become an entrepreneur is the first phase, which is called as the stimulatory stage or phase. Next is the support phase. In this phase is all about supporting this new venture in the establishment, like monitoring it, incubating it, financing, advertising. All these are the support phases. Now this support phase is the most important phase because it is at this time of the development of that entrepreneurship that the most important factors come into play. So what are the support phases? Let us have a look at it. First is designing the right business model for that particular business. Developing product prototypes. That is, suppose you want to develop a new product, something new which is coming into the market, you have to develop prototypes. So helping in developing that, arranging for finances, land, power, shed, offering management consultancy services, marketing services, all these, guiding in selecting the plant and machinery, getting the necessary approvals for starting the business. All these are the support phases. So this is a very important phase because it is at this stage that the actual business takes the actual business idea takes the form of a new business. So all these are a very important part of support phase. And the next phase or the last phase is the sustenance phase. In this phase, entrepreneurs' development is focused on helping the entrepreneurs to grow the established business. So once this business is established and once it has started performing, the next one would be the sustenance phase, where you are helping it to grow. Under the sustenance phase, the continuous and efficient functioning of this particular already existing business or its expansion, getting additional finance, doing more research and development for bringing up new products, or helping the basic enterprise to survive and grow. All these functions come under the sustenance phase. That is, it helps the business to sustain and develop and grow into a better organization. Let us now look at what are the positive impacts of entrepreneurship on the society. First and foremost is that as and when business grows and many new businesses take shape, it increases the growth of it accentuates the economic growth. The economy of the country automatically keeps growing because newer and newer businesses keep forming. It fosters creativity. There are many people who come up and start new businesses and they bring out their creative mind into these new products and new business ideas and helps it foster the creativity of a person. It stimulates innovation and efficiency. So new innovative products efficiently, newer businesses come up and it helps a lot in innovation. It creates job opportunities and employment opportunities. Naturally, because if a new business starts, you need people to work on it. You need factory workers. You need people, staff. So it creates a lot of new job opportunities. When people get jobs, they are paid. Then the problems of many people, families of unemployment goes away. So many of the problems of the society also can be eliminated with the help of this. So positive impact. It also encourages the general welfare of the society, because what happens when somebody starts a new business, it encourages the local people to be local laborers to be taken, the local raw materials. So overall there is a welfare for the society if a new business entrepreneurship is started. Going on to the types of entrepreneurship. Now we are going to look at some of the entrepreneurship from a societal perspective. What are the different types of business based on the society? First is a social entrepreneur. A social entrepreneur recognizes that there are certain problems in the society, and in order to make some social change, he undertakes certain entrepreneurial activities. So any social problem tackled by a social entrepreneur, such as low quality of education, health, sanitation, unemployment, child labor, all these social problems, if an entrepreneur starts an entrepreneurship for the solving such social problems, then he is called as a social entrepreneur. Women entrepreneurship is an entrepreneurship in which all the factors of production, undertaking risk, and generating employment, everything is done by women. 51% of the capital is also invested by women, and at least minimum 51% of the employment is generated are for women. So such an organization becomes a women entrepreneurship. You have got many entrepreneurship where you find ladies making masalas, papads, they do stitchings, they do handicraft. So such type of entrepreneurship is called as a women entrepreneurship. Agricultural entrepreneurship can be defined primarily relating to marketing and production of agricultural goods and services. So factories, the farmers benefit a lot from entrepreneurs who make low cost innovative agricultural products, fertilizers, things like that. So which helps in the agricultural development or marketing of agricultural goods. Such type of entrepreneurs are called as agricultural entrepreneurship. Next is small scale entrepreneurs. In these they refer to manufacturing, trading and providing services in a small scale. So small scale entrepreneurs are the backbone of any developing economy. So you will find such small scale activities in almost every small town villages, where they make handicrafts, clothes, jute and many type of small scale activities like bamboo, cane and pottery, all these type of small scale entrepreneurs. But these are basically, the small scale entrepreneurships are actually the backbone of developing economies. Serial entrepreneurship means looking forward to developing alternate projects by giving responsibility of running the already existing business to somebody and then moving on to a new venture or running a new business. So, for example, a person like Elon Musk, he started one business, and when that became successful, he moved on to the other. So Tesla and then SpaceX, like this, they keep on moving on to newer business opportunities. So that is called as a serial entrepreneurship. So in today's class, I hope you are clear with what are entrepreneurs and what are the qualities that they possess and what are the different types of entrepreneurship and what are the basic objectives of entrepreneurial management. In the next class, we will go on to understanding what are the different functions that an entrepreneur has to undertake in order for his business to be successful and make it into a successful entrepreneurship. Thank you.